Hi and welcome to another beautiful day here in AFK Arena. Today there is great news, guys, as there's come 2 new heroes to the faction Graveborn. We have been waiting on this day and I'm here to tell you all about it, so keep watching. See you in the video.
We are with the latest hero, Baden. He is one of 2 new heroes under the Graveborn. They are going to be released later globally. As for now, they are to be found on the test server. I have tested out Baden myself and I can say he is OP. I believe with confidence he's going to be a character that's going to compete with Shamir and Brutus himself. When looking at Baden's skills, you will soon understand why. Phantom Assassin. Baden summons a Shadow Phantom that possesses 80% of his own health and attack rating. The Phantom is able to use all of Baden's abilities except for his ultimate ability, and it will suffer 180% damage when attacked. Later on, Baden will have the possibility to actually make more clones of himself, and I can say he can make a lot of clones. And the damage dealt to the Phantom is reduced to 140%. Moving on to the next skill, Phantom Strike. Baden summons a Phantom behind enemy's back. It will last for 6 seconds and will proceed to attack all the enemies in front of him. The 180% damage will later on be increased to up to 200%, and his Assassin Phantom has 65% of Bane's health and attack rating, but will be dealt 250% damage when attacked. Moving on to the next one, Spectral Onslaught. Baden unleashes a 3-stage attack on surrounding enemies, with each attack dealing 135% damage to enemy targets, which later on will be increased by up to 150%. When Baden or his Phantom uses this ability, damage dealt to the enemies will be increased by 10% for 7 seconds. This ability can be stacked up to 5 times, meaning him and all of his Phantom clones can under 7 seconds do up to 160% more damage, and it can be stacked 5 times. That is crazy. Moving on to the next skill, Spectral Surge. Baden attack rating is increased by 3% for every Phantom on the battlefield. So he has 10 Phantoms, meaning his increased attack range will be 30%, right? If that was enough, Baden is also able to mitigate, meaning lessen his damage by 20% for every Phantom on the battlefield. So say again he has 5 of those Phantoms out there, meaning 100% less attack damage dealt to him. I'm not sure how this is gonna work actually in the game itself when it comes to Brutus and all of those other special skills, but it looks awesome. Attack ratings of all Phantoms are increased up to 5% on level 3. So there you have it, that was hero number 1. Let's move on to hero number 2. Here we are with the second hero out for today. Nara is a new Graveborn hero, also as Baden. Her skills is a bit different as she is more one-to-one combat version. You soon understand why. So looking at the first skill, Butchery. Nara deals 110% damage to enemy targets. Damage ignores the target's defense and invincibility effects. If the target's health is below 40%, it will be multiplied by 6 times. But you have to have the auto future on, or the ability will not deal damage to enemy targets with health above 40%. Looking at level 2, it will also restore an additional 250 energy points. And at level 3, it activates also a shield that can midget, also lessen the damage taken on her up to 350% damage if enemy target is slain. And that goes for level number 2. So looking at this skill, I would say it's safe to say she can be very good to use against the agility heroes, as she hooks them up and deal multiple damage to them to take them out very fast, so they cannot move on and take you out with another fast attack. When you look at this member, you can see that her multiple attacks continues. Nara hits a nearby enemy, leaving them stunned for several seconds, and then proceeds to attack the enemy multiple times, inflicting this time 35% damage per attack on the enemy. At level 4, it's 35% of target's current health. So say they have a health at 41,000 points, she does 35% of their maximum health there in damage. And she stuns them, and she can do it multiple times. That is very scary for the heroes with a lot of health, and I think she's gonna be good against agility heroes and tanks also. Impale. When there are no enemy targets in Nara's visibility or sight, would say, she will proceed to use her grappling hook to impale an enemy and drag them towards herself. Nara will prioritize attacks towards enemies standing opposite of herself. So placing her will be a crucial part of the tactics here, as she can take out and wipe out our enemy really fast at high level. And at level 3, the target's enemy bleeds after being impaled, with causing 65% damage per second over the next 8 seconds. So she hooks on to Brutus, and she ignores his invisibility skills, and causing him to cause a bleeding damage, causing damage of 65% over the next 8 seconds. Then she continue on with using her Terrify skill, which is a passive ability that is just used whenever, and taking away his energy as well. A passive ability that causes Nara's attackers to lose 90 energy each time they deal damage to her. So Brutus attack her, and she will just laugh and take away his energy points, and there will be energy lost to Brutus per attack up to 110. Enemy can suffer energy loss up to a maximum of 4 times between 10 seconds. So she can take away, as I see it, if I understand this correctly, 4 times 110 energy points from Brutus. This stretches over the 10 seconds. I would say she is the nemesis of many heroes out there, but especially Brutus. So that was it for me today. I hope you liked the new heroes and it was some kind of useful for you, the information you got today. Please leave a comment below if you have anything to add, or you'd like me to make a different switch on my videos. I love to get criticized, as it only make me stronger and better. This was Numquid. Have a happy life. See you in the next video.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.